In this video series, I'm going to show you how you can create a landing page, both with a mobile version and a desktop version. And I'm going to do this using Unbounce. Now, first of all, we'll go to unbounce.com, which is where I am right now. And I want to show you here all the different options. So on the left-hand side, you can see there are different types of landing pages that have pre-built templates and themes already. So it starts with click-through, coming soon, lead generation, if you're a consultancy, if you want an industry-specific type landing page. So for example, construction, real estate, that kind of thing. Mobile apps, if you have a mobile app, product launch, an event, ebook, webinar, long-form sales. So these are all available. Now, depending on what you are selling or what you're trying to bring in leads for, will depend on what kind of page you want to make. Now, it can be easier to write your page before you get into this designing part. However, it is sometimes easier to figure out what design you want to use so you can figure out what information you're going to need first. So for example, let's say that I'm going to do a webinar and I want to choose one of these webinar templates. So I have this one, or this one. There's just 3 templates for this one. So first of all, I have to decide which one I want to use. And I think that they all look all right. And I'm probably leaning more towards this first one here, but this third one looks pretty easy to do as well. So let's try out this third one for this example. So this will be our webinar. Let's just call it webinar. And let's start with this template. Now, the reason it can be a little bit difficult to get into the designing right away is because sometimes you get stuck. So what I want to do first is take this information over to Google Documents, which is free, and write the actual content there, and then I can bring it over. So I need to define what exactly is on this page. So in my document, I'm going to say headline, subheadline, one subheadline, and then we have about the webinar, and then you'll learn. And keep in mind that I can change these titles as well, but I may just leave them the same if they already make sense. So there's 4 points under you'll learn. About, so it has to be, I guess, about Jordan Arsenault. Okay, and what people have said about previous webinars. Since I haven't done previous webinars, I'm going to figure out what to do about that. Okay, and then register. So this is all looks pretty simple. So what I have to do is go over to here, figure out a headline. What is my pitch? And then my supporting subheadline. I have to write a little bit about the webinar, and then I have to come up with 4 points and a little write-up about Jordan. And then what am I going to do about what people have said about previous webinars? Now, I can just knock out this section pretty easily, this bottom section, although it is preferable to have it in there. But so maybe I will use comments or something like that. So I'm going to come up with these, and then I'll come back and explain here what I've come up with. Okay, I finished writing out the content that I'm going to use in the ad. Now I'm just going to review it again. So top is going to be logo. I'm just going to use my logo. Top right is marketing simplified. That is this area right here. So I'm going to change that out. Headline will be create your first Facebook ad. The subheadline will be before you finish with this webinar, you will have created your first Facebook advertisement on paper. About the webinar, most people get stuck. This is about the webinar area. Most people get stuck with Facebook ads because they don't have a clear idea of what to do when creating an ad. They don't know what to write, and often this stops them before they ever get started. The simple solution for this is to have someone walk you through each step of the ad creation process. You will know what to write and how to write it. Join the webinar and get your first ad completely finished. Next section is you will learn what kind of picture to use in your ad that attracts people like gravity, how to write an offer that people can't resist, to enter the conversation already going on in your prospect's mind. Create urgency that demands a decision from your customers now. About Jordan Arsenault. Jordan Arsenault has bought, built, or grown over a dozen profitable websites. With Facebook ads, he has brought in as many as 10,315 leads in 11 days. In addition to that, he has built over 1.26 million Facebook fans. Currently, his latest project is working on building a personal brand at jordanarsenault.com. He wants to share with you the strategies he has used and found most effective. This will save you time and money. What people have said about previous webinars. I mentioned this is a difficulty because I haven't done a previous webinar, so I would replace it with what people have said about Jordan Arsenault. Jerry Banfield, last month, an idea I got from Jordan made me $6,000 and is on track to make the same amount again this month. Alicia Cabrera, this course is great and effective. I learned a lot. Presentations are clear and simple. Annette Holt, so much information. I'm excited to get started. So I had to replace those with feedback I had either on a different course I had or just somebody that I was doing some work for. So this is all prepared now and it is ready to go into this format. Now, in this video, I wanted to mostly show how you would take your web page template and then start writing copy for that template, because I find that it's easier to write once you get the template and you write out what is needed for the template. It makes it a lot easier than writing it all and then trying to fit it into one of the templates. This is the simplest way that I've found to do it. So you've got it all written out. If you've followed those steps, copy it into a Google document and then actually write out the content that is needed. And then we'll go back in the next video and I'll show you how you can design the landing page on the mobile version of the page. And then in the next video, I'll show you how to do it on the desktop version. If you have any questions about this process so far, just post them in the comments below and I'll get to them.